Hey, what's happening? Welcome back to Logical Republican. Thank you for stopping in today. And again, if you like what you see, like what you hear, please hit the like button. If you'd like to get this on a regular basis, subscription button is there as well. And if you'd like to share this with a like-minded person, please do. And if they're a non-like-minded person and you want to get a kick out of it, share it with them too. So it's kind of going to be the subject du jour, I guess, for the next how many ever days, was the assassination attempt on former President Donald Trump. Now, let's ask a question here. How many times does it take for the average person to see or hear a commercial or glance at a billboard for it to register? I think, if I'm not mistaken, Madison Avenue concluded that number was 8. Now, let's ask another question. How many times would it take a narrow-minded person who already has hatred on their breath for a statement to register? And how many more times does a statement need to be heard where they believe it's true? Now, if they have hatred on their breath, I would assume that number would be lower than 8. Tony Robbins, the motivational speaker, says repetition is the mother of success. And the progressive liberal media and celebrity influences have repeated the same statement over and over ever since Donald Trump became a viable threat to their woke festivities. Donald Trump is Adolf Hitler. They compare him to Hitler incessantly. Okay? Now, let's take this a step further, because when a celebrity posts something on social media, their herd of followers will repost it for their less intelligent friends, and people will repeat it at work. They will repeat it in conversation and to their family and children. So suddenly, whatever George Clooney, that educated Harvard law grad celebrity movie star, says in his Twitter feed, all of a sudden becomes the gosh awful truth, and I must repeat it to anybody who will listen because, well, George Clooney said it, right? Suddenly it takes a life of its own and begs to ask the question, did the ongoing slanderous statements comparing Donald Trump to Adolf Hitler contribute to the assassination attempt on his life last weekend in Pennsylvania? Did it? I mean, you repeat something over and over and over and over again, people will believe that it's true. Okay? Budweiser is the king of beers. Why? Because, well, the commercial says so, right? So if I keep hearing over and over and over again about something, and I hear it from 100 different sources, well, it has to be true. It's on the internet. It's in a meme. It must be true, right? So let's look at the shooter here, okay? Small town kid. The dude wears Jeffrey Dahmer's type glasses. That's got to be the first clue, right? He's a loner. He gets bullied. Probably spends way too much time online playing video games with a faceless opponent in his basement or something, right? He enjoys shooting guns and wearing hunting gear to school. He gets picked on incessantly. A person like him would be the perfect inductee into the cult that Trump is indeed Hitler. He's going to believe it, right? Why wouldn't he? Okay, now you're going to say, well, he was a registered Republican. He wouldn't do this. It was a fix. The fix was in. Well, guess what? He also donated money to some wacko PAC on the ultra left. So who knows? Who knows what this guy is thinking? But therefore, he's thinking this, and therefore this threat must be eliminated, because I hear it all the time and I read it all the time. But let's just look at this for a second. This is a long, exhaustive list, and I think I've just barely scratched the surface of some of the media outlets that have either compared Trump to Hitler or just called him Hitler outright. So media outlets, celebrities, the list is long, okay? So we've got like the Washington Post. Now, there was an editorial in the Post. Now, I'm not saying the Washington Post said this, but it was in their publication, so it's guilt by association, okay? There was a quote in there that said, don't compare Trump to Hitler because it belittles Hitler. Okay? Then you've got Salon.com. There was a Saturday Night Live skit that did the comparison. There have been commentators on MSNBC, NPR, okay, well, gee, I wonder where that came from, right? The Guardian, Joy Behar from the ultra-liberal woke View TV show, John Cleese, who I don't even think he lives here, the Trump-hating Robert De Niro. That's one I really don't get, other than Robert De Niro seems to be a real a-hole. The late night hosts, oh, they all hate him. They all hate the guy. Jimmy Kimmel, with a purple passion, despises him. And Stephen Colbert, or Colbert, have both used the comparison. The ABC TV series star Jennifer Lewis, Eva Longoria, she did it. Linda Ronstadt, the comedian Louis C.K., Glenn Beck. I don't know why Glenn Beck hates Trump so much. I mean, he's pretty right-wing himself. Jane Fonda. Yes, Saigon, or no, what was her name? When she did the Vietnam thing. Cyndi Lauper. Oh, yes, she's very influential and very intelligent. Billy Joe Armstrong from Green Day. Yes, Mr. Dookie Breath. Sarah Silverman. Of course, Hillary Clinton, and Meg Whitman, which is a surprise because she's actually a Republican and ran for governor in the state of California. And I actually voted for her against Jerry Brown until they had that aha moment that she had an illegal immigrant as a maid, and that pretty much lost the election for her. Anyways, I'm sure there are dozens and dozens more, and you can Google this. And since Google, the staff there is probably 99% woke progressive liberals, they've probably tuned the algorithm to make this search much easier to find. But the deck is stacked against us, my friends, right? The liberal media, Silicon Valley, Hollywood, it's all stacked against us with like-minded group thinkers that will believe whatever the media, the celebrities in Silicon Valley feed their narrow political viewpoints. That is our reality today in this climate. If you like what you see and you like what you hear, please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and share it with a friend. And hopefully I will see you tomorrow. See ya.